So let's
Yep.
talk Agatha All Along. The first 2 episodes came out this week. I know that we've all watched it at this point. I have thoughts and theories already, but I'd like to hear you guys first. And John, you can go first. What are some of your thoughts and reactions to it?
Does Don want to go first, or do I? Or do you, I mean, Don, you can go first if you want. I'm perfectly fine with it.
I don't have a preference, but all right, here we are. Yeah, I watched it. I think that this is like WandaVision 2.0, but with maybe a darker twinge. Actually reminds me of like back in the day when I used to play this MMO called City of Heroes, and then they came out with City of Villains.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
so this is kind of that, you know.
I played that.
Yeah, with the first episode, and I don't want to spoiler, but it kind of being a spoof, like it starts basically like WandaVision. But yeah, I mean, the things that happened in WandaVision obviously happened. They're a big thing. People don't talk about it. But yeah, she's trying to get her powers back, and it's a cool premise. Not to mention, you know, this show kind of threw me for a loop a little bit because, like, you got Catherine Hahn showing some butt, and she's telling people to eat her ass. So when I say this is WandaVision with a twinge, like that's what I'm kind of talking about. Like, obviously, we're dealing with dark witches here, but even like the humor of the show is just a bit more darker and of a mature tone. So I enjoyed it. I mean, it's not great. You know, all sorts of people, you know, say it's the gayest show. I don't get none of that.
I don't get that either. But hey, you know what? Because one of the main characters is gay, but it's not in your face. But I'm going to say this. We started rewatching WandaVision because my girlfriend never watched it, and we watched the first 3 episodes last night. And it is like, because they're doing shows from the 50s, 60s, and 70s in those first 3 episodes, it's extremely wholesome humor in comparison. Like, that actually is a great analogy. It is like the complete opposite in that sense. So go ahead, John. Your thoughts.
Well, I agree with Don. So I listened to a lot of reviewers about a lot of stuff. And first off, I think that the stuff about it being, you know, very gay and everything, that was in a interview with, oh God, what's her name? The Green
Audrey
Witch.
Plaza.
Audrey Plaza. Right. Audrey Plaza. But if you know Audrey Plaza and you know that she's usually pretty plugged in, and she probably knows very well what happened with the last Disney series with Acolyte.
It also featured a witch coven.
Right. So when you can tell, if you look at her eyes when she's saying this, she's like, oh yeah, this will be the gayest thing, and there's going to be a gay explosion at the end. It's like she is trolling them so hard. There is a huge difference between the you know, her, what she's saying, again, she's trolling, and what happened with the pressers for Acolyte. So and again, like I said, there are a couple of reviewers I listen to a lot that they can stray into misogynistic territory, and they do have a point of view sometimes. And I completely disagree with them this time. I think this is way better than anything they've put out in a while. I really enjoyed it. There was some humor right when you thought, right, you know, at exactly the right notes. The production value is really, really good. Catherine Hahn. This is going to be one of those things where we've talked about this before in other stuff like Ghostbusters, where without the people that they picked, it wouldn't have worked. And without Catherine Hahn, I do not think this would work with anybody else. Her personality and her years and decades on the stage, singing and acting, serve her very well here.
I give her so many kudos for doing the nude scene, because it's like, you know, I think she made a point with it, and it was excellent.
It wasn't touched up, right? It wasn't touched up. Wasn't like this perfect
Right.
round 18-year-old stand-in. No, it was like 40, 45-year-old little, some experience there.
It goes to show you that it's the personality and the person that makes somebody beautiful, because man,
Absolutely.
Catherine Hahn is gorgeous. Who cares about an 18-year-old? She is just, her personality shines through everything she does. And she is you can tell she's having a blast with this role. She just puts so much into it. So guy, we didn't have to go there. Try to keep it a little bit clean, please. But it's just,
sorry, it made me laugh.
It is. I don't know. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I'm very happy that they made this. There is a lot of buzz again from certain quarters that I listen to, that they're like, oh, this is the same thing as Acolyte. No, it's not the same thing as Acolyte.
No.
Talk about gay stuff. That is definite. That side of things. That side of those people that don't listen to them. This is fun. And kind of scary, like Don said. Like, there's just this hint of horror, and they do it very well. So it really is something you should at least take a look at least the first two episodes, because the end of the second episode is awesome, and it's going to set the tone for the whole thing, I think. Yes, Kassan, I watched it. They did.
I was about to say, I think Kassan is addressing this to Thrawn. No, Don and I didn't watch it. John did, but we'll get to that in a minute. All right, real quick. I agree with you guys. I'm loving the show. It's very well done so far. I have my only criticism of the show, of the first episode, is the whole police thing. The whole police delusion thing went on a little too long, in my opinion. Like, I understand they were trying to use that as a way to set it up, but it was just like, it went on a little too long. Like, we could have done that in like 15 minutes and then started her journey looking for the coven much faster. Like, that's it. That's my only criticism. I felt that bit went on a little bit too long. But I'm going to say this. This is where things are going to get weird around here. This show wasn't made by accident, right? This is part of a plan. And I'm going to stake my reputation on this. Teen is Wiccan, or Bill. And he is...
Dave, I hate to say this, but your voice, you're having a little trouble with your internet, and your voice did the exact same thing that he did when he tried to tell Agatha who he was. And I think it's hysterical. I'm like, wait, what? I don't. Wait,
oh my goodness! I don't know how to. It's saying my connection's low. Oh, damn it! Unstable is what it's saying. Crap.
That's what it's saying about you, not your connection.
Close some tabs. I don't. Yeah.
Okay. I'll close the tab and see if it helps.
It's just funny as hell.
So you think that dude is Wiccan?
Yes.
Why would he look so different?
Different than what?
Than the original actor?
Than the original actor from WandaVision. I understand he could be older.
Yes. It's a different actor, and they got an old actor to play him now for it's a more mature role at this point.
Okay.
It is definitely a more mature role.
Because they have done everything in their power to try to not say who this is, but everything points to, okay, good. It says I'm stable at the moment. Okay.
Well,
so
wait. To your point.
Hold on.
Okay.
Wiccan is Wiccan is described as tall, thin, pale, and gay, according to Marvel.
Okay.
So that's number one. Number two, when he tries to say who he is, and his mouth is shown shut, it's in the shape of a letter. What's the shape of the letter?
W, right?
M.
I mean, well, it's
actually
doing
M,
it's doing a
Maximoff.
stitch. It's doing a stitch, but the stitch looks like a W.
Well, actually, I think it's an M for Maximoff, but either way. Then finally, who is the only one who could break Wanda's enchantment on someone else? This child.
Hmm.
And he
Okay.
needs Agatha to get to the road because the thing that he wants is his mother back.
Right. So, and that goes to the question that you posted.
Yes.
Will Wanda Maximoff make another appearance?
Yes.
And by the way, the team we're talking about, the actor's name is John Locke, but in WandaVision, he was played by Jet Klein.
Okay.
So
I think that's interesting, Dave, because I actually almost forgot about the whole he says his name and you can never hear it. Reminds me of Kill Bill before they let you know that her name was Beatrix Kiddo. She would say her name and they would just beep it out or whatever. So
yeah.
that's interesting. Okay, I'm with you on that one. Because to go along with that, a theory that I have is I believe Audrey Plaza is possibly playing Blackheart. You may be familiar with him. If not with the comics, he was in a bunch of like Marvel Capcom fighting games, Street Fighter versus or Marvel superheroes and Marvel versus Street Fighter and stuff like that. Obviously Marvel versus Capcom 2. So here we are. We're back in the who's Mephisto world. But just we've moved on to Wiccan and Blackheart. All right, that's
Yes,
cool.
because
It's got a little bit of a hook to it, though. I didn't expect that. I expected to be kind of bored, to be honest with you.
yes, because remember the fourth member of the coven, it was a black heart on the paper, and she didn't get that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, who wants to bet that oh God, what is her Deborah Jo Rupp, Mrs. Hart. Who wants to bet that Mrs. Hart actually has some power?
Yeah,
Like she just walked over and said, "Oh,
Yeah.
look, nice garden here. Why don't you come with me?" She was supposed to take was it Aubrey Plaza, Rio Vidal, because Rio Vidal is a Green Witch.
So if the Scarlet Witch is going to be revived, which is completely plausible, seeing as she is a comic book character, and particularly she's a comic book character that has self-revived. Most recent example would be the trial of Magneto. That's basically what happened. But should she get the same treatment as a revived Wolverine / Logan? Like, should Deadpool dig up her corpse and fight with it? Should that be a new tradition whenever we bring somebody back from the dead?
Disrespectful.
Or worse?
Maybe.
Oh my God.
That'd be so funny if that was a tradition.
See, Thronkill gets it. Thronkill gets it. Put that up. Put it up, Dave.
Well, you know how to do
that.
Yep.
Calling it now, Mephisto and Agatha. He gets it.
Stay tuned.
Maybe.
But
maybe
that's interesting. If they really do make this, because right now it's made out to be Agatha Harkness needs her powers back, and to do this, she's got to go probably screw over these other witches on the Witches Road. But it would be interesting if they kept a secret, and Scarlet Witch gets revived, and it's Elizabeth Olsen. That would really surprise me, because it kind of that character is in limbo, but maybe not now.
Well, okay, you guys are Marvel guys, so correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Agatha Harkness later on kind of mellow and become like a mentor, or just? I mean, she's not exactly like a Loki type, but she doesn't make real trouble, but she does help out every once in a while, doesn't she?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Marvel dude, but I
Yeah.
can't claim to know a lot about Agatha Harkness. You know, it's
Yeah, I mean, she's really a secondary character. That yeah, she's done that in the comics, but like there isn't like a. I mean, there's a few storylines with her in it, but there isn't like a big. That's why I kind of feel like that's where they're going with this show is to bring back Wanda um and here's the thing, even if they don't bring back Wanda in the show, they've done so much that makes you think that's Billy. To make him something else means they just put a fake red herring in front of us, all this time, and it's like, ugh, no. Then I might not watch any more Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, I take that back.
We'll see.
Mhm.
By the way, Rotten Tomatoes, Agatha All Along has 80% on the thermometer and 81% for the audience. So not doing too shabby there.
Nah, I think that sounds about right.
Yeah. So I mean, that just goes to show anybody who's trying to paint this with the same brush they painted Acolyte in this case, totally unfair. Don't listen to that. And I'm not hearing as much as I heard about Acolyte. Sorry, Tom.
because I do feel like again, this is going to be Billy looking to bring his mother back, and then we're going to transition into Vision Quest, which I think will be Speed looking for his dad.
Okay. Sounds like a pretty good thing.
So yeah, that's my take on it. That's what we have to say about the show. I wonder what you guys think. Let us know in those comments down below or on the live chat.
Yep.
I do think she's coming back.
Fair enough, Frankel. Frankel says,
Yes.
Gave Acolyte a shot. I'm giving this a shot. You should give everything a shot and then, make your own decisions. Because, even when we review something, our point of view may be a little bit different. Some of us stuff might be tainted a little bit with rose-colored glasses because of how old we are. And, there isn't, most of the stuff we review is a prequel, a sequel, a reimagining, blah, 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 blah. So, give everything a shot.
Yeah.
You may like it. You don't have to agree with us. And that's the beauty of it. There's plenty out there for everyone.
For watching this clip from the Superhero Speak podcast. And don't forget to watch us live every Sunday night right here on this channel.
While you're here, hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so you won't miss out on any of our great upcoming content.
Speaking of content, don't forget to check out our website, superheroespeak.com, where you can find the podcast, links to our social media, merch, comic reviews, and so much more. That's superheroespeak.com.
Thanks for watching, and don't let your cape be caught in the door. See you next time.